Happy Saturday, Facebook world. What's up? Just wanted to come on here and just kind of make a second video piggybacking off the last one. Was hoping I would get to make it a little bit sooner. Just been running all over the place and just haven't quite had time. But I'm going to make this right now. And I'm excited just to kind of share with you guys just something that I think is going to help you. So the last video I made, and I kind of made it out of nowhere. It wasn't really planned. I just sat down, made my goals for 2016, and then I was feeling good about them, so I made a quick video. So I figured I'd make another one just kind of piggybacking off of it, because so many people set goals, right? So many people set New Year's resolutions, or whatever it is, and within a week they forget about them, right? Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't have your goals in front of you, if you're not constantly looking at them, you're just going to forget about them, and then they're not going to get completed, right? So how do you keep your goals in front of you? So I was like, you know what, a lot of my mentors over time, they've told me about dream boards, or vision boards, or goal cards, or different things like this. And I've had like a dream notebook where I wrote down some stuff in a notebook with some pictures in there. But the problem with that is it's closed 95% of the time, and I'm not really looking at it. So I figured, why not just make a dream board like they've all told me to, for a long time. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do that. And that's kind of what you see, right behind me. Been working on it the entire week, kind of finished it up last night. Still have a few more things I want to put on there, but it involves printing some stuff. I just went out to Barnes and Nobles, and even Kroger, and just got a bunch of magazines on topics of cars, or vacation, or homes, spiritual things, just stuff like that, just things that I want, destinations I want to go to, even like Aztec empires, or like the pyramids and stuff. I think that stuff's so fascinating. I want to visit that stuff. So those are things that I put up there. And I'm not saying that this is the stuff, that's not going to make you happy by any means. Materialistic things aren't going to make you happy, but it's the person you have to become in order to get these things. These things are simply a byproduct of the person that you become. So I was out there, and I was in Barnes and Nobles last weekend, and I came across this book right here, or this magazine, I should say, and it just had the word visioning on it, and I thought that was really interesting. So I flipped it open, and I get like right to this page that talks about using visioning and vision boards, and I was like, this is so crazy. This is why I came to Barnes and Nobles, was to get magazines for this purpose. And then I stumbled across this, so I was just kind of looking through it, figured out would get this one too. And for those of you guys that have never heard of a vision board, a dream board, I'll kind of read to you just what this talks about right here. It just says, a vision board, it's typically a poster board on which you paste or collage images that you've torn out of various magazines. The idea behind this is that you surround yourself with images of who you want to become, what you want to have, where you want to live, or where you want to vacation, and your life changes to match those images and those desires. Or as we say in religious science, change your thinking, change your life. And what's weird or what's interesting is I read this last weekend, and this was right after my church service last Sunday, and the pastor's up there, and he was saying that nothing changes until your perception changes. And he pointed out Romans 12 verse 2, which says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I'm not here to I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to do anything like that. This is simply my way of understanding this. This is how it makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you this way, by all means, you can disregard it, but it's relevant. It's my thoughts. But renewing of your mind, meaning that if you want to get something different, you have to change your perception. Right? If you look at the world one way, that's going to ultimately determine what the world gives back to you. And that's why the media is such a big influencer, because they're sitting there trying to tear everybody apart, when really we all need to come together. So it's just how you view the world and how you view your life. So when you can transform, right, when you can be transformed by the renewing of your mind, when you can change the images that are constantly on the image, on the projector of your mind, that's when your life starts to change. But until you change what's going on between your two ears, nothing else can change. All right, so that's just a key, and I thought that kind of was interesting that church service kind of spoke on that when I was going through this stuff. So I just wanted to get on here and just encourage people to do that next step. Figure out what it is that you want. If you were one of those people who reached out to me and was like, Jacob, thanks for making that video. It was cool. I did this, I did that, and some people took action because of that video, which is so cool to see. I understand that most people are not even gonna watch this. Some people are gonna watch half of it. Some people are gonna watch the whole thing, but still do nothing. That's fine. But if there's just those couple people, even just one person who takes some type of action and sees their life change because of it, that's all I'm kind of looking for here. So it's just cool to see. But get your goals on paper. Get your goals somewhere where you're going to constantly see them. That way they can constantly remind you. Are you trying to lose weight? What weight do you want to be? Are you trying to get to that next level in your career? Where does that? Is there a certain degree that you're trying to get into school? What is it that you want? And put that in front of you, so you're constantly seeing that every day. What you think about, you bring about, right? Helen Keller says the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision, right? Stephen Covey says begin with the end in mind. Why are all these successful people, that we study or that we look up to, saying the exact same thing, yet we all kind of disregard it and call it, foo-foo stuff or whatever it is. So I just encourage you to do that. Make a dream board, make a vision board, put your goals where you're going to see them on a constant basis. And if you do it, send me a picture because I'd love to see it. Hit me up. Message me on Facebook, send me a text if you have my number. I love talking about this kind of stuff, which is why I make these videos in the first place. But with that, have a happy Saturday. Have a fun day planned. Got to sleep in a little bit, which is always awesome. Got some people coming over here in the next hour or so to hang out, work on some stuff. Then I'm going to a Michigan hockey game later tonight with my dad. So got a fun day planned here for Saturday. Go Blue, beat Michigan State. It's going to be a good game. But with that, hope everyone enjoys your Saturday, and I'll talk to you guys later.